Hello guys, welcome to BLONITY. Today HIVE released their brand new Q2 2021 financial statements, and I want to make an analysis of that now. First, a little disclaimer. It's no financial advice, it's my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best where to invest your money. Okay, let's have a look on the highlights of the Q2 results. They had a record revenue of 13 million USD, so this is great. Better is that the gross mining margin was very positive with 9.2 million USD or 71%. They also mined 32,800 Ether, that's a record for HIVE, 88,000 Ethereum Classic, and 89 BTC. So here you can see the Ether grows from quarter to quarter, so this was a real good record quarter. And yeah, they had a net income of 9.2 million USD. So they made a lot of cash, a lot of money, very positive compared to the other pure Bitcoin miners, which had mostly a negative income in the last quarter. So yeah, this is a big difference for HIVE because they're mining Ethereum very efficient. Okay, let's have a look at the financials here. Yeah, they had an income of 13.2 million US dollars. I will compare it with my forecast from a week ago. So, and they had an income from digital currency mining of 13 million. So my forecast was 12.8 million. So it's in my range. And they had hosting of 200,000. So this we have to add to come to 13.2 million USD. Then we have the operating and maintenance cost of 3.8 million. So very low, very nice. My forecast was 6 million USD. Yeah, I was very conservative on that. So yeah, I think we can adjust it lower for HIVE because of their very low electricity rates there. Maybe it's also because of the VAT paycheck of 2.7 million USD. Maybe it's included here, so maybe that's why it's so low. But I haven't found it in the financials and in the MD&A, so I'm not sure about it. But I will figure it out in the next days, I think. Okay, the other costs, depreciation, and the expenses here are 3 million US dollars. My estimation was 3.5 million, so it's in my range. Then we have revaluation and gain on sale of digital currencies. It was 2.7 million. My estimation was 5.3 million. So it was way too high, but it's very difficult to forecast it because you don't know how much they sell, how many coins they hold. So it's like playing lotto. So we have to adjust it a little bit in the next time to the downside, I think. They also sold a lot of currencies. I wasn't expecting that. We will talk about this later. But overall, the income after tax is 9.2 million US dollars. So great quarter for HIVE. Congratulations there to Frank Holmes and Darcy Darabaunas. Very good. My estimation here was 8.6 million USD. So I'm close. So I'm happy with the forecast. I mean, it was not backed by a huge model. The model is still in development. So in the future, we'll have a lot better forecasts with daily margins and all this stuff. So yeah, I was very conservative on the first try. So I think it's good, and I will continue to do these forecasts. Okay, so let's check the assets and liabilities here. The cash is 5.8 million at the end of the quarter. Then we have the amounts receivable and prepaids of 13.8 million. I mean, right now, this is a big issue in my opinion and a big red flag. Frank Holmes didn't talk about this topic in the call a few hours ago. He also didn't answer my questions on this topic. So, I mean, it's 13.7 million outstandings here, and it's growing. It's growing, and I really think, they should tell us what's going on here, because the energy tax is right now 6.6 million. The sale tax is 4 million. So that's a lot. We as investors should know what's going on there. So yeah, I don't like that so much. But the deposits of 2.1 million, this is very, very interesting. Yeah, Hive was able to buy the electricity for 2021 and electricity futures on the exchange, I think. So they bought 50% of the electricity they will need in 2021 for 0.013 US dollar per kilowatt. So it's 1.3 cents. Yeah, they said in the highlights 1.6 cents, but in the call they said, okay, with all the compensation, all this stuff, it's lower. So this is very, very cheap. And yeah, in my calculation, they already bought 160,000 megawatt hours, and they already paid for the next year. So yeah, in Sweden the prices collapsed there because of the lockdown, I think. And yeah, I showed you in the Hive video there right now on the wholesale market like 1 cent or less. So yeah, this is very good for Hive and a big advantage. The collapsing prices in Sweden, not so good for Sweden, but for Hive is very good. So good and bad on the asset side. Yeah, I think we continue here. So what's also interesting, the number of common shares from the Q1 to Q2. We can see here the 376 million, the diluted stocks, and now they adjusted it to 355 million common stocks in the Q2 results. So I don't know, maybe it's a mistake or maybe some warrants expired. I will figure it out, but this is very interesting and good for Hive if this number here is correct and they have a lower stock. So we have a lower market cap and Hive is more attractive for investors. I think so. But yeah, there are a lot of mistakes in these financials here. So it's interim financials right now. So I think maybe they will correct it or so. I don't know. We will see. Here also a big mistake in the holdings. We see here Ethereum with only 271,000 US dollars and Ethereum Classic with 8.1 million. So you have to switch that because Ethereum is the big holding. I think you know that. So all in all, 10.7 million US dollars. I was hoping they would have hold more. The HODL-X would be higher, but they have to sell a lot because for one issue, I will tell you later. Yes, okay. They, in my calculation, they have holdings of roughly approximately 50,000 Ethereum Classic, 22,500 ETH, and 212 BTC. So it's growing. That's very good. We can see here the HODL-X ratio here. ETH is approximately 75% of the holdings in US dollars. BTC 23% and 2% in Ethereum Classic. So yeah, a lot of ETH. I hope they can ramp up the BTC production soon. Yeah, to have 50-50 or so, it would be better. Okay, then they sold in the first 6 months of the year like 14.7 million USD in cryptocurrencies. So for me, that's a little bit too high. They should sell less and store more coins to get more revaluation here. So yeah, this is a little bit disappointing, I think. Okay, what else do we have? We have some financial statements here. I will zoom in a little bit for financial KPIs. Sorry for that. So we have the EBITDA of 11.1 million USD, the adjusted EBITDA of 10.6 million. So I mean, this is very, very great. We have the income, which is also rising from quarter to quarter from Q4 2020 of 3 million to now 13 million. So great rise in the income. I'll show you here. Also very green. Okay. And we have a very positive gross mining margin from quarter to quarter, growing. Now 9.2 million. I mean, that's a lead in the industry of all the public traded miners with 71%. This is really great. I hope they can continue or improve it even. Would be very, very nice. Okay, so now we go to the investors call at 4 p.m. in German time, or 10 p.m. in the Eastern time, United States. I took part in this call. I asked a few questions. Some were answered, some not. Yeah, I copied some slides from this call, and I will tell you a little bit about this call. Yeah, Frank Holmes, Darcy Daubaras, and Tobias Ebel were the three guys from HIVE. I think Darcy is the only employee of HIVE right now. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why in the financials there are a few mistakes there, and he always released them too late. So today is 1st December, so it was is 1 day too late. So maybe they did it yesterday, but it's very, very late. So I think this is the only employee because Tobias Ebel and Frank Holmes are directors also. Yeah, Frank Holmes said thank you to all shareholders. Yeah, it was a tough time, but now everything is getting better. The volatility is like gold mining stocks. He told us, this is what I also say. That's why I invest in miners. When gold goes up, gold mining stocks go even more, rising even more. And this is the same with Bitcoin and miners. Bitcoin goes up, miners rise even more. He said it's the best performing stock from the best performing mining stock compared to the peers. From beginning of the year, HIVE rose 1,100%, Riot 600%, Hard 8 and Bitfarms approximately 60%. Yes, okay. He forgot to say that HIVE was at the beginning of the year very, very low. It was, yeah, very, very cheap. But the increase is very significant. So HIVE is a very good performing asset this year. That's for sure. Yeah, he showed another slide. I have no copy of this, but it was very interesting. He showed the price of Bitcoin after the halving, compared 2016 and 2020. And what I saw is that we are above the 2016 price rising curve. So yeah, the price is increasing faster than in 2016. For sure in US dollars, but also in relative terms, so in percentage. So this is very interesting. And right now, this shows me that the lengthening cycle theory is maybe not correct, and the stock to flow model from Plan B is proving more and more that it's going to be correct, and this is the right approach for calculating the BTC price or forecasting it. Okay, then he told us about the financials and all this stuff. Yeah, he talked about the 50 megawatt, possible 50 megawatt expansion with the GPU U1. He hopes that they can disclose it soon with the due diligence there. What's also very interesting, in Sweden they do control energy. So yeah, we also have it in Germany. We do it here also. So sometimes the electricity grid is not stable, and you can sell your capacity there to shut down. So maybe you can shut down for 15 minutes, and with this action you stabilize the grid and you get a lot of money for that, so you can lower your electricity rates, and that's what they're doing. Yeah, also they bought for 1.3 cents, so this is very nice. The electricity. Yeah, the Quebec expansion is very slow. There are new landlords and this thing from China. This is slowing down, and yeah, but Frank said that in the next 3 months they want to have the full capacity there. I mean, I don't think this is possible. Maybe I understood it wrong, but that's what he said. Yeah, in Sweden they want to use heat for greenhouses or build greenhouses there to grow tomatoes and to lower their carbon footprint, and want to sell the tomatoes in Sweden. So very interesting. Maybe it's more marketing. I don't know. Very interesting indeed. Yeah, in 2021 he sees a shorting of mining equipment, but he sees HIVE in a strong position to get the equipment. There are no details. Yeah, we will see. I hope they're in a strong position to get these miners because they want to reach 1 exahash in the next year. And you also see the ETH 2.0 proof of stake complete transition, not for another 3 years. So yeah, we will still have enough time to mine Ethereum in his opinion. And he's very bullish on Ethereum because of the Ethereum 2.0 phase 0 launch from today. Yes, and then there is one issue I want to tell you from the investors call. Yeah, they sold a lot of cryptocurrencies, and I wonder why. So they need a lot of cash right now because they have to upgrade all their GPUs, and this is more than 100,000 GPUs. The GPUs have 4 gigabyte memories, and now the Ethereum blockchain is too long. They need more memory capacity, so they have to upgrade it to 8 gigabyte. And each GPU has 800,000 8 memory chips. So all in all, 800,000 memory chips have to be upgraded. As I understood, the costs are 120 to 150 US dollar per GPU. I'm not 100% sure about that, but yeah, in my opinion, or in my calculation, these costs could exceed more than 10 million USD. So that's why they need a lot of cash, and that's why they're selling their coins. And yeah, it should be completed until January 2021. So that's what they're doing right now. I don't think there's an increase in hash rate. That's a little bit sad, but yeah, at least they can mine Ethereum with these new GPUs then. There's also a chance that the difficulty drops in mid-December when these 4 gigabyte GPUs hash rate decreases slowly. Because the 4 gigabyte GPUs will drop out of mining ETH, and I think the most people will not upgrade them, so they will buy new. But this will take time. So we have the chance for a big difficulty drop and hash rate drop. So Hive can maybe mine a lot more coins in these in the Q4 and Q1 of 2021. Going to be very interesting. So is it a perfect storm right now for Ethereum? On this side is yes. ETH 2.0 launched successfully today. Yeah, the phase 0 launched with a proof of stake, so very interesting. So the price should rise in the next days, I guess. At least in my opinion, the rising transaction fees in ETH. So we can see here in the last month and right now it's picking up again. The fees are growing again. Rising crypto prices, very cheap electricity in Sweden, possible 50 megawatt expansion. The EEP 1559 is not included in the Berlin upgrade in Ethereum in January 2021. So that's also good. They want to burn the fees, but they will do it later, maybe in the midst of 2021. Yeah, and the possible difficulty drop because of the dropout of the 4 gigabyte memory GPUs. And no perfect storm. The chance for callers, in my opinion, is now less than 30%. No, Frank didn't answer on my question for callers, so we don't know it. Yeah, they need 22 million until March 2021, so we will see. So the 50 megawatt expansion, it still could fail. I don't hope. I hope it will not. But yeah, it's right now an MOU, so we will see. The VAT issue with the value-added tax in Sweden, there was no information. That was really bad. And the switch of 4 gigabyte to 8 gigabyte memory chips and the 10 million in my estimation. Maybe it's more, maybe it's less. I don't know. And yeah, there's also risk of a fast integration of proof of stake in Ethereum, but I don't think it's a really big risk because they will need a lot of time to do that. So very good quarter for Hive. A lot of good things. They made a lot of money, and very good for Ethereum miners right now. There are a few risks here. I want to show this also. Yeah, but I think Hive investors are very happy right now. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for subscribing, like, and yeah, see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.